Hi there! So, the second run of Chesnaught is going to start as soon as next week, and this might be your last chance to get Chesnaught from this raid. So, before we start this raid, you might be thinking, oh, what Pokemon should I bring to defeat this Chesnaught raid easily? So worry not. Here's 4 Pokemon that I think will be a great counter to solo KO this Chesnaught. And before starting, let's look at Chesnaught first. So, as we all know, Chesnaught is going to have the Rock Terra type, and alongside its primary typing of Grass and Fighting type. This will make Chesnaught only weak to Fighting and Steel type moves, and Chesnaught is going to have the Bulletproof ability, which protects him from taking damage from Ball and Bomb moves. So, the Fighting type Aura Sphere will not deal any damage to Chesnaught. For the moveset, Chesnaught is going to have Iron Defense, its buff move to increase its defense, and then Curse to lower our speed while increasing its own attack and defense stats, and also Bulk Up to increase its attack and also defense. And for the attacking moves, Chesnaught is going to have 3 moves, which are Earthquake, Wood Hammer, and Stone Edge. So it's going to have the ground, grass, and rock type moves. And with that brief description of Chesnaught, time to move on to the part you've all been waiting for, which is the counters for Chesnaught. So the first Pokemon that I personally use for the first run of Chesnaught and easily solo KO it is going to be Gholdengo, Pokemon number 1000, and also the evolved form of Gimmighoul. So this Gholdengo should have the health item Shell Bell, so you can heal every time you deal damage to Chesnaught. For the Terra type, it's going to be Steel, and don't forget to level up Gholdengo to level 100 with the Modus Nature and the ability Good as Gold, which is going to make Gholdengo immune to Chesnaught's status moves that lower its stats. And don't forget to EV train Gholdengo in HP and special attack, and also hyper train it in HP, special attack, and defense, considering Chesnaught is going to be a physical attacker. And for the movesets, it's going to be Nasty Plot to raise your own special attack by 2, and then Flash Cannon, your main attacking moves, and it also has a 10% chance to reduce the special defense of Chesnaught by 1. Next is Recover to heal your own HP, and also Metal Sound, which will reduce the special defense of Chesnaught by 2, so your Flash Cannon will definitely hit harder. Next up is a Pokemon that is brand new to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, thanks to the Pokemon Home update compatibility. It's going to be the Hisuian Decidueye. Hisuian Decidueye will resist grass type moves, ground type moves, and also rock type moves, which are all the typing of the move sets used by Chesnaught. So don't forget to equip Shell Bell also for Hisuian Decidueye. And its Terra typing is going to be the Fighting Terra type, and make sure to level it up to level 100 with the Adamant Nature and also the ability Overgrow. Then don't forget to EV train in HP and attack, and also hyper train in HP, attack, and also defense. And for the movesets, it's going to be Triple Arrows, Hisuian Decidueye signature move, which is very powerful and also have a 50% chance to lower Chesnaught's defense by 1, and also a 30% chance to inflicting flinch to Chesnaught. Next is Swords Dance to buff your own attack stats by +2, then Synthesis to recover HP, and also Feather Dance, which will lower Chesnaught attack by 2, so you can sustain a lot more in this raid. The third Pokemon, also thanks to Pokemon Home, is now available for Scarlet and Violet, is going to be Galarian Zapdos, the Galarian form from the legendary Zapdos. And Galarian Zapdos will be immune to ground type moves, in this case Earthquake from Chesnaught, and also it will resist the grass type moves from Chesnaught. And don't forget to equip it with the Shell Bell item, and its Terra typing is going to be the Fighting Terra type. And don't forget to level up Galarian Zapdos to level 100. Give it the Adamant Nature and the ability Defiant, which will increase its own attack stats by 2 every time Chesnaught debuffs the Galarian Zapdos stats. And don't forget to EV train in HP and attack, and also hyper train it in HP, attack, and also defense. For the movesets, it's going to be Bulk Up, your buff moves, which will increase your own attack stats and defense stats by +1. Next is Thunderous Kick, the signature move for Zapdos. And it will also lower the Chesnaught's defense by 1. Then it's going to be Town, which will make Chesnaught can use status moves. And last but not least, it's going to be Focus Energy, which will increase your critical rate, so you can deal out critical damage more often. And last but not least, it's going to be our trusty Raid Destroyer, which keeps showing up every time in my raid counter video, which is going to be Annihilate. So Annihilate is going to resist the rock type moves from Chesnaught. And don't forget to equip it with the Shell Bell. So for the Terra typing, I recommend the Fighting Terra type and give it at level 100 with the Adamant Nature and also the ability Defiant, same as the Galarian Zapdos. And don't forget to EV train it in HP and attack, and also Hyper train it in HP, attack, and also defense. For the movesets, it's going to be Rage Fist, which will be your main attacking moves after you've been dealt massive amount of damage. Next is Drain Punch, which is a great fighting type move for Annihilate because you can heal up every time you deal damage to Chesnaught. Then Screech, which will reduce the Chesnaught's defense by 2 and also bulk up to increase your own attack stats and defense stats by +1. So those are the 4 Pokemons that I think will be a great counter for Chesnaught, especially Goldengo, which is the Pokemon that I use for the first round of Chesnaught, and it easily solo KO Chesnaught. So if you're curious about how to defeat Chesnaught with Goldengo, then check out the video right here. And from these 4, which do you think will be the best counter for Chesnaught? Or do you have any other Pokemon that I haven't included in this list that you think will also be a great counter for Chesnaught? So tell me in the comments down below. And also, if you like this type of content, then be sure to side beam that subscribe button, so I know you like it and I can make more of this kind of video. And with that, I hope you have good luck in defeating Chesnaught. So thank you for watching and see you when I see you.